Here we go. We're live. We're live, and I'm joined. I think this is live review number 3. Is it, Chris?
It is number 3. Yeah.
Yeah, number three. Number 3. So yeah, I'm joined by Chris's beer reviews yet again. How you doing, mate?
All good, mate. Yourself?
Yes. Yeah. Really looking forward to this. We did have it in the pipeline. You probably see from social media we had it in the pipeline to do it on Friday, but family matters got in the way, and hence we're doing it now. So we're here. We've turned up. We're rocking and rolling. If you would like to do me the honour, mate, of introducing the beers that we're going to be having a look at tonight.
Indeed, we're looking at 2 beers tonight. The first one is from Garage Beer Co, and it's the Backflips All Day Long, which is a sour. It's called an Imperial BCN Weiss. I've got no idea what BCN stands for. And this comes in 7.7% volume. So there's that one. And then the second one is one that I'm really looking forward to, and I've had this bloody ages, is Funky Fluid Acid Trip, which is a sour triple IPA, Citra, blackcurrant and raspberry, and it's quite big hitting. Comes in at 9% ABV, and I've literally had this ages. This has been on 2 holidays with me this year. And it's come home with me each time because I planned on reviewing it on holidays, then didn't. And when you mentioned doing sour ale, I was like, yes, we have to do that one then.
Yes, yeah.
So, it's been on 2 holidays.
So basically, from that, for the viewers, yeah, of course, Chris already had this one, and I opted for this one. We both had a nosy on Trembling Madness, and we went for this one. So yeah, 2 slightly big hitting beers for a Sunday evening, but heyo, it is what it is. I guess we're going up. We'll go for the garage one first.
Might as well. Let's do that.
Yeah. I'll just get on top of the comments before we crack on, mate, because there's a few that have popped in. Of course, we've got Thomas the First, as he shall be known as now, saying hi, and then Scott's just put pick to the post. Bloody hell, still can't beat Thomas. Don't forget to smash that like and share.
Yeah.
And then Scott puts where you're from and what you're drinking. Of course, what's everybody drinking tonight? Barry's in the house.
Evening, Baz.
Saying hello to Tomo and Scott. Up to the drunkards. Right, anyway, let's get this cracked open. 7.7%.
I've got 2 enormous flies buzzing around this room. And the cat's going berserk, trying to catch them. It's a nice colour.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
So you're only just recently into the sours, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, I'm starting to slowly gravitate towards liking them. And I have had a few belters, to be fair. But then I've had a few that have been a bit, oh, what's that all about?
Yeah, I love them. Looks nice.
Okay.
Look at the colour of that.
Crimson almost, isn't it?
Yeah, quite cherry. Yeah, I like the look of that. Looks nice. It's not huge on the aroma, is it?
No, it smells kind of sweet. It's got that. It may possibly be quite sweet on the taste.
It's got a bit of a yeastiness to it.
I get a little bit of like it's again like stewed fruit sort of aroma to it.
Well, I find it difficult to pick out what those fruits are. It just smells sweet and fruity rather than being able to pick out individual fruits. It smells all right.
Yeah, it does smell nice. Cherry, blackcurrant, strawberry sort of thing.
I'll take your word for that. I just get a sweet, fruity smell and I can't pick out the individuals. It smells good enough.
Let's dive in, mate. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, Cheers everyone. It's not overly sour.
No, it's not. It's just a little tickle of tartness, isn't it?
Very slight.
Milky body.
Definitely milky. Almost vanilla.
As far as I'm aware, it's trying to which I think, to be fair, is a million miles away. But I think it's trying to emulate something like a Black Forest Gatto.
Yes, it's miles away from that.
Yeah, it's nowhere near that.
Where are Garage Beer? They're Barcelona, aren't they?
Yeah, Barcelona. Yeah, I've had a few IPAs. I think as it comes, I'd say they are the Verdant of Spain when it comes to IPAs.
Definitely get cherry and raspberry.
Pardon?
Definitely get cherry and raspberry. Definitely picking up cherry, raspberry, almost like a milky vanilla sort of hit to it as well. It's quite smooth.
Yeah, no booze warmth. Not getting any of that.
No, considering that 7.7, there's none of it, is there?
No.
It's just a shame it's not tart enough. It's not sour enough, is it? It needs a bit more bite to it. It needs.
Just about on the money for me though.
Yeah, see, I like them. I like the sours that pull your cheeks in.
Yeah.
Really wreck the inside of your cheeks. Really suck them in. They're the ones that I like. But it is nice. How much was it? I can't remember how much it was.
I think it was about £6 something.
I think you're right. I did have the receipt somewhere.
Yeah, about 6.40 or something, I think. Well, just noticed on the ingredients, Chris. Here we've got. I mean, you've got the bare bones stuff: malted barley, wheat, oats, lactobacillus, cherry, raspberry, chocolate, vanilla.
I would definitely get vanilla. Definitely get a vanilla, but not chocolate. I get the cherry. I get the raspberry. Get the vanilla. There is a bit of a yeasty tone to it.
Yeah, a little bit of a sharp tang on the finish for me.
Yeah.
I do like the body on it. I'm really digging the body. I think that's really generous, milky, sliced down quite nice.
It's definitely got that milky body. It is a really nice body on it.
Blossom double dry hop pale from Salopian. Oh, okay. Oh, wooed.
Did you see Baz's review of the Tenants on the PD?
No.
That's worth a watch. That is definitely worth a watch. He loves it.
Okay. Is that a bit from Black Flag Brewery USA? No, it's not. It's from Spain, Barcelona, Garage Beer Co. Get out, mate. Evening, gents. Evening, Craig. Can be reviews. Cheers, Dino and Chris. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well as well, Craig.
Evening, Craig. Hope you're well. I'm well.
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah. It's not too bad, actually. Again, I would... You've probably drunk more sours than me, Chris, so you're probably a little bit more seasoned with the actual style. And like you said, you like the rasping sours that pull your cheeks in. This is perfectly manageable for my palate, and I am enjoying it. It's not too overboard with the sourness for me.
Yeah, no, it is a good sour, and yeah, I do like the super sours, but I like the body on this. This has got a lovely body to it, lovely mouthfeel to it. It is a good sour. It definitely is a good sour. I would drink it again, and it's easily drinkable. At 7.7, not getting any of that, and it is so drinkable. And it's a nice, warm, hot evening. It goes well with tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a good alternative to the classic go-to lager or pilsner, isn't it? When it's nice and warm.
Yeah, it is.
It has, in an odd, strange way, got a very refreshing feel about it for the ABV. It does make it drinks hell of a lot lighter than 7.7.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it is. It's super light, very drinkable. It's dangerously drinkable. But whether I'd have more than one or two, I probably wouldn't because of that ABV. But it could catch you out.
Yeah, I think it's a one can only beer, really. I mean, I'm guessing there are people out there that could just keep drinking and drinking sours and just session the hell out of them.
Yeah.
But for me, I think, yeah, it's a one can wonder for me. It's nice. It's very nice.
The other reason I couldn't session sours is because I know they're going to repeat. I know they're going to give me indigestion.
Yeah.
I'll be popping Gaviscon just as much as I'm drinking the sours. So I generally just like them as a one-off. I wouldn't have more than. I think tonight's probably the first time I've had 2 sours in one evening.
Yes, probably for me as well. But I mean, me and the wife, we went shopping this morning, so I made sure I got some Rennies. Yeah, got them on standby.
Got to have them in.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Trembling Madness because I've heard it's really good, and it's like, yeah, late through that knobhead.
Yeah. Yeah, I think hasn't JB been to Trembling Madness in York? Hasn't he done a video on York? I'm sure he went there. Could be wrong.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if I ever go up to York, you can't not go there, can you? If you go to York, you've got to go, haven't you? Really?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, that's about him, Peter. That is.
Golden Drac is good. I do enjoy.
How do, Rod? How you doing, mate?
Evening, Rod.
Yeah, done, Scott. Fucking. Oh. Adam, evening. Garage use some decent MP stat. Yes, they do. Yeah, yeah. I first found them like with some of their like double IPAs. I've got some cans in the background, but I've probably had more double IPAs from Garage. I've had a couple of stouts, and I think they dip their toes in the water with a couple of pilsners as well. But this is the first actual sour from that brewery, and yeah, I think it gets over the line for me with what I'm getting in the glass.
Yep. Yep. What are your views on triple IPAs, Dean? Because I'm finding I can't really drink them much anymore. The old triples.
I've only had a couple myself. I suppose for reviewing purposes, you've got to do these things, haven't you? But it's not. I wouldn't say it's a go-to style.
No.
I think because you're looking at 10, 11%, aren't you? You know, it's why? What's the reasoning behind that sometimes?
Yeah, I just find them a bit much now. Even at one can, I get halfway through it and just start struggling with it. I don't know why. I used to be able to drink them quite quick, but now I just struggle with them. Just find them too much.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, that big order that I've just put in with Trembling Madness, I don't think I put one in the basket.
Yeah, gone now, pal. Yeah, sessioning sours is not worth the aftermath the following day. Yeah.
No, I bet it's not. I bet it isn't.
I think out of all the beer styles, that would probably be the one that I'd say, nah, no thanks. I'll try one through a session, but I will not session them. No. I did a bit of mixing my beers last night. I had a few too many last night watching you and Scott, and I don't normally drink that much in a night. But I just found myself just keep having different beers while I was watching you both. And I did have a sour, I did have a double IPA, and I had lager, and I had some stouts. And my stomach didn't enjoy it this morning. It was a bit of a mess. Yeah.
But as I was watching you and Scott, I didn't even realise how much I was drinking or what really I was drinking. I was just opening the fridge and picking out the first thing that came to hand. And when I looked in the recycling bin this morning, I was a little bit shocked.
Yeah, fair play to you. You have to have a blowout every now and again, though, don't you? Good for the soul.
Absolutely.
So I've been led to be told anyway. No, I enjoyed last night. I think it was cracking. It was nice to have a few beers and have a chat and, you know, talk to other people on here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's good life.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Doing one every now and again, though. I mean, yeah, this is like the second one in the weekend sort of thing for me. But I probably won't do anything then for a long while, and then I'll probably do another couple more. Just dip in and dip out of it, sort of thing. Which, yeah, that's just how I like it, I think, really.
I enjoyed doing my solo live a few weeks back, my first solo live. I did quite enjoy that. It was a bit of fun.
Okay, so I'm guessing they've actually got the shop, and then have they got a warehouse or something?
I know they've got 2 locations, but I don't know what the 2 locations are about, other than the shop. I think it says on the website that they've got 2 locations.
Well, Jay, always enjoy a nice sour. I think it just breaks it up a little bit, don't you? We've all got our favourite styles, haven't we? I mean, you could probably safely say IPA was going to go into it, and I think when you have something like this, it just resets the palate a little bit, I guess.
I think it does do that. It does reset the palate, because some of them are quite clean as well and quite dry. Now I've finished it, my mouth is dry and wants something else. But they do reset the palate. I like them, as you know.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not Baz. No, it was good fun, mate. Good fun.
Yeah, it was a good live. I certainly enjoyed watching it. I think it's the first live I've ever really watched one from almost from start to finish. Like I said earlier, I did dip out to go and do a beer review, but other than that, I pretty much watched it all throughout, which I don't always do if I know a live that's going to be lengthy. I don't always watch all of it, but with that, yeah, you were both quite enjoyable.
I think we were on for a good couple of hours, weren't we?
Yeah,
2.5 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's of course with the beers, that's always going to be a talking subject, isn't it? With them, that lineup of beer, it's going to get eyebrows twitching a little bit with the beers, and rightly so, I guess. A good talking point.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't get more sort of Brewdog faithfuls on there, because there are a lot of people that really buy into Brewdog, which is fine. That's their choice. I was expecting a few more angry people in the chats, but there wasn't really, which was quite nice.
Yeah, I'm all for, if people want to be constructive about what me and Scott actually said, about the beers, and I'm sure Scott will echo exactly the same. It's constructive criticism, isn't it? That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I said to someone in the comments, I admire Brewdog's growth and what they've achieved. Absolutely admire that. I don't knock them for how big they've become. I just knock what's happened to their beers. That's the problem for the likes of me, yourself, and a lot of other people. I certainly don't knock their success. They've done amazing, really.
Yeah, they've always. I think ever since they started, they've always wanted to be where they are now, and then get higher and higher. Yeah. Like most companies, isn't it? You want to be the top of your game.
Yeah.
It does come at a price, doesn't it? I mean, like I said to you earlier on, they're Green King in bloody skinny jeans. That's same sort of model, isn't it? The same business model, basically.
Yeah.
But with a few extra frills on top of it and stuff, with like the airline and all that jazz. But when it comes to the size of the brewery, where the beers are going, the pubs, just glorified model of a trendy Green King model, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Yeah, Green King, Marsden's, all the same.
It was a toss-up between Tennent's and Steinhaus from Aldi for the next beer. I'll give you a clue. Don't pour.
You love that Tennent's, Baz. You did.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Right, shall we go on to the next one then, mate?
Yeah, let's. I'm looking forward to this one. And the reason I've been looking forward to this one is this one really does sort of say that it is an IPA, and sour elements to it, whereas most sours are just sours, whereas this is a triple IPA sour with Citra. Yeah, I think this could be good. I think this could. I hope it's good. I've had it so bloody long, I've probably hyped it up too much now.
Yeah, 9% triple sour IPA in a 500ml can. I mean, if it all goes to plan, then it's...
I like the pink ring pull as well.
Yeah, plus. Have you had anything before from Funky Fluid? I've only had one beer.
No, I haven't, but they haven't been around long, have they? They've only been around since 2018. So they're quite new, really, and they're out of Warsaw, aren't they, in Poland?
Yes. Yeah.
But by all accounts, they're doing very well.
Okay, I like the look of that. And probably a little bit lighter than the garage one, but still.
Oh, I've drunk all of the garage one. That's a great head. See, you don't get heads like that on sours. See, that would be the IPA in it, won't it? Really?
Yeah.
Giving it that head, which I think's fantastic.
It's almost pinkish, isn't it? The head.
Yeah, there's bits in there as well. I don't know if you've got bits in yours, but there's definitely bits in there.
I've still got a bit more in my can, mate. I can't quite get it all in there.
That looks great. Proper thick looking. You can't see through it, can you?
No, nothing getting through there.
That looks delightful, that does.
Get an aroma on it.
Yeah, let's have a sniff.
It smells more like an IPA than a sour.
Yeah, it's got IPA smells to it, isn't it?
The good old faithful, isn't it? The old Citra up. I mean, you know, that's a...
You can pick the Citra up all day long.
Yeah, it just smells like a really nice IPA. No ethanol aroma from the ABV or anything. Just, yeah, a little bit of fruit behind that, but...
You can definitely pick out that Citra. Definitely get grapefruit and the usual Citra stuff. Yeah, I think that smells great. Head's now gone, which is a shame, but I think it looks great.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. That's different. That's very different. Definitely picking out the Citra on the flavour as well. And the blackcurrant. Blackcurrant's quite strong.
Yeah, it's like a big whack of Ribena.
And that 8%, 9% rather, is very well hidden. Yeah, that's a big Citra IPA with...
I don't know what to make of that.
I like that. I like that a lot.
The nose would suggest IPA, but I think when it comes to going down the hatch, you're getting more, I say 60-40 sour IPA sort of thing in there. It's an odd mashup. I need to have a few more sips really to get my head around that.
It's a bit confusing to start with.
It is.
It is confusing, but then it starts to work. The flavours start working together. You definitely get the Citra IPA without a doubt.
It was very tart to begin with, but now that's toned down a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, another generous mouthfeel to it. It's slightly milky as well. I don't think it's as much. It's not as lacto forward as a garage beer, but it's still got a kind of milkiness about it, I think.
Yeah, it's got a good mouthfeel. Nice finish. Yeah, it hasn't got the mouthfeel as the garage beer, but it's got more carbonation than the garage beer.
Yes.
And I think that sometimes does help with a good sour. If you've got a really good sour and good carbonation, the sour and the carbonation it's like almost having popping candy in your mouth, but with sourness, and it just kind of pops away. That's really nice. Love the Citra element to it, and that blackcurrant kick at the back, I think's delightful. What else does it say?
Contains barley malt, wheat malt, oat flakes, and wheat flakes. So that's all that jazz for giving it a decent creamy body, I guess. The body on it is good.
I do pick out a little faint bit of peach as well. Just a tiny little hint of peach.
It's all Ribena for me on the palate. Hoppy Ribena.
Yeah, I like it. You do get the Ribena, and I think it finishes more with the Citra on the back end. You get the sweetness across the front into the middle, and then it does finish nicely with that kind of grapefruit Citra type feel to it. Pardon me. Yeah, I think that's really good. And that 9% is ridiculously hidden. Ridiculously hidden.
No inkling of that.
I would never say that was 9%. I like it.
No, you go about 4.5, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
At a push. It still baffles the shit out of me even to this day. I find it an absolute work of art how they can do that.
I know. It's immense, isn't it?
You know, some beers as well, where the ingredients are so bare bones. You think, well, where's that ABV actually hiding? Because you look at the flavour profile, you think, you know, it's not massive on fruit, so where is it? And it's like, you know, 7.5%, 8% beer that you're drinking, and it's just crazy.
I can't remember how much this one was. Can you remember how much it was? I know the other one was £6.40 because I checked my receipt.
I want to say around about that sort of price, I think.
I think it probably was. I don't know what I've done with my phone. And it's a big old can as well, isn't it? It's a 500ml can as well.
Mm. I like it when breweries put their beer in 500ml cans, regardless.
You can't whack it when they're in 500 mils. But yeah, I can't remember how much it costs. It's got to be in the same price bracket, isn't it? I'm sure it is. I thought it wasn't ridiculously expensive. I can't remember.
I can't see it being much more than 7, but I don't know. I can't remember. I might have the receipt still in the box.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. I've got to look it up now.
No, I chucked it away. Yeah, I've binned it.
It is, if they've still got it, which they must have. As
my mate Dave would say,
it's going to be in the £6 region, I think. All their funky flour. There we go, £6.10. There we go, £6.10.
Cheaper than the garage beer, then, isn't it?
It is cheaper. 30p cheaper than the garage beer. More in the can.
More milk for your money.
Absolutely.
Brewdog bars for me only have the alert of what guest beers. Yes, exactly the same. If I go to Oxford, which is the nearest Brewdog bar to me on the Cowley Road, I look straight at the guest list and see what's on. I'm not interested in their beers. I want to know what guest beers they've got on.
What juice have you got in your vape?
Cereal glazed at the moment. This is my old one still, though.
Yeah, see, I've got a fruity punch in my vape, and it goes very well with this sour. Really well.
Talk of the devil. Love good head. Does it need a lemonade top? Quality. And Scott lemonade top, love.
Evening Blue Van Man.
Needs an Del Boy style. Get all the fireworks on it and everything. Quality. Is it crazy sweet? No, I don't think it is actually. There is a little bit of sweetness in there, but I wouldn't say it's over sickly, would you?
No, I think the Citra IPA knocks off some of that sweetness. You get the sweetness on the front, Craig, and then that Citra IPA kicks in towards the back, which kind of knocks off that sweetness to it. I think it works really bloody well. I really do.
The more I'm drinking it, the more I'm enjoying it. I was a bit on the back foot on the first initial taste. I thought it was going to be a bit over sour, but it's really leveled itself off now on the palate.
Yeah.
I've just got, I mean, take away the appearance. I'm getting that IPA vibe big time with just a little bit of puckering kick in there.
Yeah.
Or the tartness.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really good. And I know I hyped it because I've had it for so long and it's been on 2 holidays, but it is brilliant.
And oddly enough as well, it is quite refreshing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Not that you would want to chug it, but it's got, I guess it's got the potential a little bit for a knock it back.
It's easy drinking. Just think, if you were in the garden right now with this nice warm weather we've got, doing a barbecue, you'd drink that in seconds, wouldn't you, really?
You would. And then you'd be burning the fucking sausages.
Yeah, you would.
You would. As I watched the Guinness Shandy earlier, fuck me. Yeah. Guinness Shandy. Whatever next, eh? Whatever next.
I haven't watched that one yet. I keep meaning to, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. Hello, David.
Hi, David. You all right?
Saying hi, lads. It was either watching you or England. That to me says that England aren't doing very well then, because I'm none the wiser on. I didn't even know they played bloody Hungary the other day, to be honest with you. It was only when I woke up in the morning and I saw 4-0, I thought, what was that, friendly? And I didn't know it was a World Cup qualifier. Didn't know nothing about it.
I think they've made quite a lot of changes for tonight's squad because they're safe, aren't they? I believe. I think they've secured qualification. So
I think so, yeah.
I think he's made something like 11 changes for today's match. So it probably ain't that good to watch.
Their fans, though, they're fucking right nutters, aren't they?
Oh, Hungary's fans were atrocious.
God, Jesus, me talk about bloody still living in the Iron Curtain days. Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely.
The beers. Yeah, indeed.
To be fair, Baz, that's the first time. I think that's the first time I've had 2 holidays in a year. Yeah. Normally I just have one main holiday a year, but we did have 2 this year, and it was nice. We went on one holiday. We were back for about a week and a half and went on another one, which felt quite nice. So yeah, but it's rare that I have 2 holidays in a year. But yeah, that funky trip did come with me on both.
I was going to say, are you you're not auditioning for Wish You Were Here reboot, are you, or something?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind that job as long as they're abroad.
Yeah. Here's again, Paul. 2-0 England. It's shite. Oh dear.
Thought it might be.
Funky Fluid Get Hazy collaboration series was very good. Yeah, I've only had 1 beer from them, and that was it was a series that they were doing. I noticed at the time when Trembling Madness, I think they had about 3 or 4 beers from this series, and it was old styles that have been jazzed up a little bit. And I think the one that I reviewed may have been a Doppelbock from them. I forget. I have got the review somewhere on there. I don't know if it was a smoked Doppelbock or something like that, but it was top drawer. It was really good. Adam saying cheers to Paul. Chris mentioned doing a live watch along, but prefer to choose great balls.
I can assure you it wasn't this Chris that made that comment. Who's
Anyway,
called? Is Percy Beers that's Chris or Blue Van Man? I can't remember their names. Dave's Blue Van Man, isn't he? But yeah, it wasn't me.
I'm going to say one word now, and then I want you to follow on, Chris, because we were talking about this earlier on, and hopefully the guys that are watching will chime in with it. Bottle shop.
Bollocks. Fucking beer snobbery. Beer snobbery is all bottle shop is. It's just fucking beer snobbery. I hate bottle that shop. Term. Makes me bottle shop. I've never heard the term bottle shop. And I grew up in London. I grew up in a council estate in London, and it's an offie. It's an off license. And then once I got into craft beers, I keep hearing this bloody term bottle shops. What the fuck is that? It's just snobbery. It's an off license. They're licensed to sell beer off the premises. Off license. Bottle shop my arse. I hate it.
Well, I mean, I was we were chatting earlier on about it, and I thought, yeah, we'll introduce this into it because it'll be interesting to get other people's thoughts on it. I put my hands up. I've said it countless times on my videos. Oh, I've been to the bottle shop in Coventry, Beer Gonzo. You know, my differentiation with that is I can't go into Beer Gonzo and buy 20 Benson and Edges and me Cloud Water.
No,
I can't in a newsagent or a corner shop off license.
Yeah, I get that you can't buy tobacco, but they have a license to sell beer off the premises. It's an off license.
Yeah.
And bottle is bollocks. See, I've started swearing now. You've got me on one.
No, go for it. Be just far away, mate. Fill your boots.
They sell 90% of the stuff they sell is in cans. So where does bottle shop come from? I appreciate many moons ago, lots of beers probably were in bottles, but the majority of them are. And I was born in 1975 when off licenses had a selection of bottles, of course, but the majority of it is cans. And even if you go into, there's a shop in St Albans, they're called the Beer Shop. I don't mind that title. I can deal with that. The majority of what they've got is in cans. Yeah, they've got loads of German beers and Belgiums in bottles, but the majority is in cans. And even in some of those shops, you can take in a growler and they can fill that up, or you can take in a bottle and they can fill that up for you because they have beers on tap. But you're taking your bottle in. They're not giving you a bottle. It's not a bottle shop. It's a fucking off license.
There we go. Let's see what people say about that then.
I've never heard the term bottle shop until I got into craft beer.
I think that's just a comment from before. Two Bourbon County brand stouts down, so you know, game on, mate, game on. Overpriced beers, yeah. I mean, yeah, it is. You do fall into that trap. I know that the very first time I went into one of these beer shops, I felt like shit. You know, it was like rabbit in the headlights. The choice was immense. The guy behind the counter was like, sort of, you could tell he was almost a professor of what he was doing, you know, he reel off this and that. And I just felt, I felt like it was too much for me. So I just picked up anything, paid for it and walked out. And then I was like, fucking hell, 15 quid for 2 beers? What's that all about?
Yes, Baz. See, Baz knows. Baz buys craft beer in a fucking petrol station, so it's an option.
and a bloody good one at that as well, apparently, from what he gets.
Absolutely, and he doesn't call it a bottle shop.
Offie.
Offie, yeah, offie. Australian slang, UK slang. It's an offie. Do they though? But do they? It's an offie.
Well, you can. I mean, if you're not into beer and you walk past one of them places and you look at some of the beers that are in the window, you kind of know that you're not talking peanuts, aren't you?
Yeah.
You don't need to be in the game to know that, really. You know, you just know you're going to go in there and it's going to be bloody expensive.
Yeah. So why are they not called a can and bottle shop then? Why is it not can and bottle shop?
I'm just going to say beer shop from now on. I'm sitting on the fence, beer shop.
I can live with beer shop, but a lot of them, they're all most are in cans, some are in bottles, and some even sell fancy snacks. So what do you call it? A can, bottle and snack shop and tap? No, it's an off-license or beer shop.
Okay, it's a class. Well, he's not falling over again, is he, Dave? Wicked. Oh, yeah.
I've got nothing against cans. The majority of what I review is in cans. However, I defy any person that drinks craft beer as often as we all do to say that we're not beer snobs, because we are really. And I don't mind what people drink. People can drink Foster's, Carlin, Carlsberg until their heart's content. I've got no issues with that. But when you're in a supermarket and you see someone loading loads of things like pissing Carlin into their trolley, you do think, why on earth are you buying that shit? So we all have it. We all have that little bit of snobbery.
Yeah.
You know, we just don't voice it to them when they're putting it in their trolley because that's really rude. But we do.
Grab them by the scruff of the neck and say, what the fuck are you playing at?
Yeah. You know,
put them fucking things back on the shelf now.
Yeah. And we do it. You cannot say none of us don't think that when we see people buying that. So, yeah, we all have an element of beer snobbery. Yeah. Absolutely we do. But I don't...
Different levels of it, though, isn't there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And if people want to drink that stuff, then happy days. Fair play to them. But we have all got it.
You can think, you can have these thoughts in your head when you see people picking these slabs of rubbish up. But you don't voice it. I mean, that's where you're stepping over the line, aren't you? And you'd actually say, what the fuck are you doing? What are you buying that for? It's down to whatever. Well, I mean, I've got mates that drink John Smiths and Boddingtons and beers like that, and they come around here for a few beers and a game of pool. They'll bring probably 4 cans of John Smiths, and I'll just say, you just carry on with that, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Each to their own. But we do all have it. And I defy any craft beer drinker to say they haven't got a bit of snobbery in them, because we have. It's as simple as that.
Back in the day, there were bottles.
There were bottles. I agree, and there still are bottles.
It was, wasn't it? I mean, craft beer wise, Jesus, it was very few and far between with breweries experimenting with canned beer because it was just so expensive to do, and then it became cheap for everyone to do, and it's literally took over bottles now, hasn't it? Really?
Yeah. I'm not a can bully. I love cans. I think more beer should be in cans.
Is merely a license. It's a corner shop supermarket. Off licenses, you couldn't tell them.
Yeah, but you wouldn't call them a bottle shop either, would you? You wouldn't go into Tesco's and say, I've been to my local bottle shop. You've been to Tesco's. And that's what you say, don't you? So look at my supermarket beer hall. If you go into a corner shop, it's a corner shop. I get that. When Barry goes to that petrol station and buys his craft beers, he calls it the service station or whatever. He doesn't call it a bottle shop. I'm a stubborn bastard with things like this.
But is that the first port of call for somebody that's into beer and that wants to buy independently wouldn't go to a supermarket. Yeah, they would go to, I'm saying, bottle shop to get their beer from an independent. As in it, these other guys, it's like the PD kegs, isn't it? You can get them in off licenses, Premier stores, Nisses, Londuses, stacked up to the roofs, aren't they, with these PD systems now, and the Krupp sub kegs in the fridges and all that. Is it a case they're just chipping into the market a little bit, and like supermarkets for that matter?
Yeah.
But they took a bit of business away from these independent bottle shops.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do like to support the independents. There's a couple near me that have got and one of them's Bargain Booze of all shops, but they've got an amazing range of craft beer, and that's Bargain Booze, who are like the cheapest of the off licenses, if you like. They've got a huge range of craft beer. Literally, less than a quarter of a mile down the road from them, near me, we've got another one that is called the Local Offie. That's the badge on the shop. It's called the Local Offie. They sell all the traditional rubbish, but they've got a huge range of craft beer. But the Bargain Booze and the one that's called the Local Offie, they're off licenses. They're not bottle shops. They're off licenses. And for Bargain Booze to sell an amazing range of craft beer, it blew my mind when I walked in there. I was just like, and they sold glasses as well. So always good.
You don't expect it, do you?
No,
I guess. Again, no, but is that a little bit of beer snobbery coming into play when you walk into a shop like that and then you find beer of that caliber in that shop? Is it like, wow, what's this all about?
It could be a bit of beer snobbery, and like I say, I'm never going to say that I don't have beer snobbery. I absolutely do, but it's bargain booze. It's an off license. I can't imagine anyone calling bargain booze a bottle shop. I do get the niche independent beer shops. I get it, but I'm happy with beer shop because that's what they sell only is beer only. So could you say bottle shops just sell beer, whereas an off license sell all the snacks, fags, gins, whiskies, and everything else? But even some decent beer shops sell some decent stuff. So I know like spirits all come in bottles, but I don't know. I just found the whole bottle shop terminology just very, very alien. Oh my god!
Again, though, I mean, if Scott's still watching, again, another term that really gets on his tits is beer tube, beer tubing.
Talking of alien.
Oh wow!
What is that?
It's amazing.
What is that?
That was from me.
Yeah.
Charlotte, in you come. You can get on camera as well. This is my daughter's friend Charlotte. We'll get right in.
Oh, great. Lovely.
There's probably a lot of people wondering what the hell's going on right now, Leah.
Where's Mother?
Mother's upstairs. Go and harass your mother.
Yeah.
That's the problem with having your little setup in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. It can really bloody fleece you at times. A petrol station bottle shop. Ooh, ooh.
Petrol station off license.
Whatever next. Bottle shops selling petrol.
Yeah, I agree, David. It would be nice to have some nearer you, mate. I am grateful that I've got 2 off licenses on my doorstep that sell craft beer, and I do support, even if one of them is bargain booze.
Yeah, and again, it is a little convenience does play a big part in that as well, doesn't it? You know, if you know you've got good beer a stone's throw away from you, you're gonna use them, aren't you?
Yeah, but even if you look at Trembling Madness, they're almost sometimes next day, aren't they? And that's convenient. You can't knock how quick Trembling Madness are.
Like the old pop man that used to come around.
Yeah, I remember the days of taking your glass bottles back to get money on them. I remember that.
Germany that's still in play, isn't it? In Germany.
And so it should be, really.
Quite a few European countries have still got that policy where you get a few cents back.
Mm. Tell you something I do miss from my childhood. I don't know how often you had them up where you are, but in London were milk floats, the old battery-powered milk floats.
Yeah,
there's
a few of them about.
Yeah, they were fantastic, weren't they? You had 3-wheeler versions, 4-wheeler versions, and as a kid, I just loved them. I thought they were fantastic.
And the headlights on there, they were just so weak, weren't they? It was like bloody lighting a bloody candle in a ballroom, wasn't it?
Yeah, this massive heavy machine with just like one round headlight on the front. Fantastic.
You could see him, he's like, shit, I can't see where I'm going.
Yeah.
The wiper blade only had 1 speed, so if it was really pissing down, he was literally going like that. He's leaning out when he was driving because he couldn't see through the windscreen.
Yeah. No harm in admitting that, Scott. No harm in admitting it. We all are, and we can't deny it.
I've heard him have a go at Chris for drinking bloody Stella.
Mm. Have you had Stella on the PD?
No.
I'm tempted. I am tempted.
Right, me, all bottle shops are becoming tap rooms, and all of the off licenses are selling craft beer. Got Full Circle, Left-Handed Giant, and Drop Project in Bargain Booze.
There you go.
That's good. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a pretty impressive brewery lineup right there, and he's just reeled off a few that are available to him, really. So cool.
Next time I'm in Bargain Booze up near me, I'll see if they'll let me film their shelf their shelves of craft beer, or at least take a photograph. It's immense. It really is immense. That's a name.
That is a name.
Foster's is dreadful.
Snobbery or wanting something a little better. I think snobbery is the wrong word or a harsh way of putting it.
Yeah, I see your point, Baz. But don't tell me you haven't watched someone put Carlin in their trolley in the supermarket and thought, that's fucking dreadful.
I think where it crosses over with that is you appreciate good beer and you drink good beer, and then you've got people that try to push that onto other people.
Yeah.
I think that's where you've got that sort of, when you try and enforce what you think is a good beer onto somebody that just doesn't drink them. I've done it. Try, have a sip of that. Just a couple of me mates. Yeah, try that.
Yeah.
No, not interested. I said, well, fucking hell, you at least try it. If you don't like it, spit it out.
Yeah.
But they point back blankly, refuse to taste it because it's cloudy or all that. It's not. Oh, it's not right. That is. It's got it's all hazy and murky. I'm not drinking that. It's rubbish.
Yeah, no, I think there is I agree with Baz. What you're saying is we do want a little better. I absolutely agree with that. And the only reason I got into craft beer was because I had health problems, and I had to realise that the likes of drinking Stella all the time was kind of affecting my health problems, which made me go and find craft beers. So if I hadn't have had the health problems I have, if I hadn't had those health problems, I'd probably still be drinking Stella. So yeah, it's a fair point, Baz. We do want something a bit better. And once I started getting into the craft beers, I then did want better and better and better each time. So yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, I guess so. Because where you stand these days in taking a break in this country, it's a holiday or staycation. Okay.
That's a good question, Baz. And staycation is another word I don't like. I don't like that either. It's a fucking holiday. It's as simple as that. It's a holiday. Another word I really can't stand is chillax. What the fuck is chillax? Chilling and relaxing, mashed into one. I can't stand that word either. It's a holiday, Barry. It's absolutely a holiday. It's not a staycation. You go away somewhere, miles away from home, to do whatever you want to do, chill out, relax, etc. That's a holiday, not a staycation.
Or chillax. Yeah.
But you can fuck off for that as well.
I'm only pulling your leg, mate.
I know. And the other one people say is, I'm going on my hollybobs. Where did hollybobs ever come from? What's that about? It's just as quick to say holiday than it is to say hollybobs. No.
Staycation, lol.
It's definitely not staycation. Holiday.
No, I would call that Argate. Yeah.
Argate.
Argate. Yeah, going to Argate.
Holiday. Fair enough.
Okay, cool.
Well done. Lovely to hear. YouTube, I'll do something with subs and views. Well, I think they go through a cull, don't they, with all like inactive accounts and stuff like that. And they just go through a mass cull and get rid of people that aren't active anymore. I don't know if they're still doing that. I know they have done in the past. That's a bit harsh, isn't it? There might be reasons why they're not active. Like I say, I've got I've got a second YouTube channel to do with all my health issues, and I don't put much on that, and I'd be fucking devastated if YouTube culled that, because it's so helpful to people that have got the same health conditions as me. But I'm not overly active on it. I just do videos when I think it's appropriate. So if YouTube culled that, I'd be gutted.
I think it's like accounts that actually haven't done anything for a good, I don't know, maybe a good year or two.
Yeah,
When they've just been completely dormant for. I mean, I don't know what the logic is behind it, because they keep changing it all the time, don't they? I mean, it's a complete minefield.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you dig down into all them the bloody analytics and all that rubbish, I mean, you'll go insane. I think I can't be bothered with any of that.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. Beer tube, oh Christ, I do hate that term, probably because I never. Well, you still drink beer though, mate. That's the main bloody thing, isn't it? You still like a good beer.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a beer tuber. I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah. It's all kind of bloody cringy though, isn't it? All that when you start talking about stuff like that, it's bloody cringy, I think.
Yeah. No, it is.
Or was it what's the word? Influencer, that's it. Influencer. Fucking hell.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Instagram influencer, and no, you're not. Just an Instagrammer.
Fuck off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fair comment. Fair comment. Yeah, I'm outraged. There's no tikka masala in here. Just white goods. What's that all about?
Oh, I tell you what, Scott. I dare you to go into a Curry's and film it and ask him for a curry. Because I reckon you're up for it, Scott. I reckon you'd do it as well.
He's the man to do something like that. Oh, wicked. Do my food with 2020. Cheers to you all. It's going to haunt you now, this is, Chris, Bottle Shop. People won't forget. That's a result.
And we're back again. And we're frozen again.
Yeah.
There we go. No, I'm well frozen.
I can hear you still, but you're not moving.
I keep talking. I'm not moving. I can see I'm not moving.
At that rate, milk floats will be the only thing allowed in London because, yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ruined that bloody town, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty sad when the footpaths become bigger than the roads. I drive a lorry for a living, and I go into London quite a bit, and I have to make sure I've got headache tablets in my bag, because it's guaranteed I will get an headache from having to look literally bloody everywhere.
Yeah.
Because the oh god, you're in a right turn here now, mate. You're all right.
What the fuck is that doing? Oh my god!
Now having a party in there.
Full on disco moment. I might have to come out.
Come out and then I'll put you back in. Wow. That's Dave. If you like citrusy beers, he's a massive fan. Dave, do you like citrusy beers? I'm super fat. Say that, Yeah, he's just big bone, mate. Hey, Raggy, how you doing, mate? Are you all right? I don't like most words. Holidays. It's a vacation. No. Holiday. Bet Chris hates the word synergy as well. Well, we'll ask him when he comes back, eh? Yes, just a bit. Dave's saying hello to Raggy. No, I'll ask him when he comes back, Adam. Yeah, I mean, grand scheme of things, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? How somebody says something. You get the gist of it, don't you, in the end? Paul saying cheers to Raggy. Using some stuff terms is a great way to, yeah, true. Yeah, lads, how do? Good lad, Mersey. I like BrewTube because that is what a decade ago I got into it, but it's not the same now at all. Yeah, it has changed. It has changed. Sometimes for the worst, I think. Sometimes, but you've got to take the positives out of things, haven't you? Now and again, I guess. Not to get bogged down with negativity, because it's like a black cloud over your head, isn't it? You know, you try and be positive about, I guess, the hobby that we do, because that's what it is to me. It's a good hobby. You get to drink some cracking beers from all over the place. Yeah, cool, lovely. Shit is killing me. Chris did know hamburgers didn't contain ham. He's on the, yeah, I think he still is. He's still bouncing around. He can't stop to. I don't know if he's coming back or not. He hasn't popped up on the old the guest thing. I don't know what's going on. We'll give it a few more minutes anyway. If you don't come in, I'll just cut it short anyway. Thank you very much, Scott. LSD indeed, proper trippy. Oh, they're just bloody ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And you've got all these cones that are bolted down, you know, the flappy things and stuff like that. You say, I mean, I drive a bloody 26-ton lorry, and it's literally you're talking of inches either side of traffic coming the other way, and then you've got these stupid bollards, and you've got cyclists everywhere. It's just, I don't try to avoid going there now, to be honest with you, because of that reason. It's just a bloody ball's ache. Ah, cheers. I like you as well, Paul. You're a good old boy. You're a good old boy. Yeah, we're all up to date on comments. I'll keep rolling it for a little bit just to see what happens. I don't think he's going to be popping back on there by the looks of it. He would have come on by now, so maybe his laptop's not playing ball. But yeah, well, I mean, going back to the beers, that is a really nice sour triple IPA, really. Perfectly manageable now for me. I was a bit apprehensive to begin with on the opening. Oh, here he is.
I'm just green, Dean. My whole screen's green. Your screen's Dean green. Dean green.
Dean Green. Dean Green. Yeah, it's all right. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Cool. As long as you can hear me, I can't see either. I can't see you or me. All I've got is a green screen. I don't know if Scott's got any answers, but I've come out, gone back in, come out, gone back in. It's all green.
Don't know, mate. I wouldn't have a clue. If there's anybody in the chat that can help, then by all means. But I wouldn't have a clue.
That's a shame. Who knows?
Thank you very much. Yeah. I get moaned at on a. It used to be a weekly basis, but I've cut it down now because I'm running out of space to put stuff. But my missus used to moan at me. Another package coming through the door, because most of them are from eBay, and they're only a couple of quid a piece, really. So it's not the end of the world. But she used to moan, "Oh, another bloody glass, another glass."
I'm on a laptop, Mersey Beers. If that question's to me, I'm on a laptop.
Oh, he did ask. I think the word was synergy. What's your thoughts on the word synergy, Chris?
Synergy.
I think it was synergy.
It was synergy. I saw that just before I got. I can see the comments. I can see the comments on the screen. I just can't see you or I. Synergy. Yeah, that's another word that's just bollocks. I hate these two words together. I really do. That's not what the English language is about.
Only had a couple of sour IPAs, and they are weird. They are a weird one.
Try this one, Scott.
It's lovely. Really is lovely. I think it's better than the garage beer for sure.
Yeah, it is better than the garage, without a doubt.
Funky Fluid was getting some good distribution prior to Brexit. Now they're disrupted, I guess. Hulk. We got the Hulk in, yeah. I enjoy sour triple and milkshake IPAs, so it balances the sweet. Yeah, milkshake IPAs. I need to get more of them, really. I haven't had enough. You, Chris, have you had many milkshakes?
I don't like them. I'm not a big fan of milkshake IPAs. I've got one in my fridge that's been sitting in there for months, and I just, yeah, they're not my thing, milkshake IPAs. I just can't get on with them.
I've only had a few. It's I think the name suggests more, but you let down on the body all the time with them for me. I think you're expecting that creamy, thick, dense milkshake sort of mouthfeel, and some of them don't deliver on it.
No, yeah, I just don't get on with them. I keep trying them.
Well, I'm on my phone. Chris, I think he's on. Are you on your laptop, Chris?
Yeah, I'm on a laptop, and I'm just kind of looking through the comments ahead of you. Scott said, am I using a webcam? I was using a webcam, and now I've unplugged it, and I've still got a green screen. I've gone into my settings, and it's showing as the camera setting on the laptop. The only thing I can think I can do is turn the laptop off and start again, which is what Mersey Beers is saying. So that might take me a minute. If you're happy to wait a couple of minutes.
Yeah, do it, mate. Do it, because I mean, if you're quite happy to just roll for a bit longer, I mean, there's a few people watching, and they're quite happy interacting. So
yeah,
if you don't mind, jump back in. Yeah, cool. You can do.
I'll see you in a minute.
See you in a bit, mate. Yeah, cheers. You're a technophobe, aren't you, Baz? He's on the snooker table. No, you're welcome. You're welcome, Dave. And cheers for watching, pal. Laptop then sounds like your graphics card has gone wrong. Might be out of date driver. I gave up with my PC, to be honest. It was nothing but bloody headache, but it is old. But I do it all on my phone now. I think it's a lot more easier to get on with. Put a lot of faith in a laptop, and it just conks out on you. You get pissed off with it. Yes, yeah, I think they are, Billy, mate. The ones that I've had, they haven't delivered on mouthfeel for me. You expect with that name, you expect a rich body. I'm sure the ones out there that are, but I haven't come across them yet. The Wiley Roots milkshake dipper, and it was a sugary mess. Best one I had was Thornbridge and 4 Pure. What was the name of that then, Adam? Sour quality cuts through the sweetness. This one I've had. True Brew was amazing. Restart. I like watching Andy McNabb. Quality. Yeah, sitting behind the green screen. Yes, I mean, I think we were talking about that on Scott's Live last night. He did ask me a long while ago, but I couldn't commit to it because it was on a Friday. And here we go, he's back. Yeah, it was on a Friday, and I was actually cream crackered because I have to get up at like anything from 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I think he wanted to do it at about 7, 8 o'clock at night, and I'm gone by then. I'm completely shot. So I'd probably have to get in contact with him to rearrange it, or like I said on Scott's Live last night, if I know when he wants to do it, I'll try and book a day off work. So I'm up for doing it, you know, because it would be interesting. I know a lot of people have done it now, and it's a great concept that the man's come up with. It's a lovely idea, I think.
It's amazing what a reboot the computer does, isn't it?
Is that what you had to do?
Yeah, I just turned it off and turned it back on again, and here I am. Bloody technology.
Rings a bell. Wasn't that in a B-52 box from way back, maybe? There we go.
Thank you very much.
All right, lads.
Right,
Cheers,
Mike. How are you? I'll take that. I'll take that all day long.
Engage.
Yeah. I used to get told I look like Michael Steep. Whatever. Who cares?
Who's he? He's froze again. Well, that was bloody short-lived, wasn't it? Yeah, make it so. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone again. Damn it. Never mind. He might pop back. Anyway, we'll start winding it down now. Anyway, see what happens. But thank you very much to everyone that's taken the time to comment and watch. It's cracking really on a Sunday evening. I'd say more like Thomas Hardy trying to be Patrick Stewart's clone on Star Trek Nemesis. Jump in the bloody comments now. I don't even know where I am on the comments now. Here we are. Right, last attempt, last throw of the dice.
Oh, it's a joke. It's not my night, is it? It's just not going to be my night.
It happens. It happens. It's annoying. I know it's bloody frustrating.
And I'm the only one on the internet. There's no one in the house on the internet. The kids are out. The wife's having a snooze. So it's just one of them things, isn't it?
Yeah. Technology, mate. It always upend us, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Have you not finished that yet?
No, I'm taking my time. You power drunk, have you? You don't piss about, do you?
All gone.
Jesus.
It went a while ago. I'm thinking of what else to crack open.
You going again, are you?
I'm going to stick with the sour. I'm going to get another sour out. Let me just dive down to
the garage being and all I can have.
You know, I said
okay, mate.
You know, I said I'd never session sour beer. Here we go again.
Oh, modern times, lovely stuff.
It's a sour. It's a sour tropical. I've never had 2 sours in one night, and now I'm having 3. And I've got work tomorrow. But this one's, I think it's quite low. It's only 4.8%.
Obviously, he's got nothing to do on a Sunday. But then again, the people that are watching probably haven't got nothing to do on a Sunday. That's why they're watching us.
I'm grateful they are. Look at that.
Oh, cracking.
That's a big old head, isn't it? There's clouds of, there's like clouds moving through it. I know you're not going to be able to pick that up on the camera, but it's definitely got some clouds going on. This one's a, as I've shown from Modern Times, sour tropical fruit goza. Is it goes or goza? Who knows?
Vera, yeah, Vera's cracking. Goza, I think it is. Goza. I watched a bit of that this morning. Vera, quality. I like his sense of humour as well in that. It's very dry.
Nice.
Vera Duckworth. Yeah, Vera Duckworth.
I haven't watched Coronation Street in years.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of Skull.
I haven't had Skull for years.
Yeah. Well, again, I mean, back then there wasn't anything to choice from. What was available was available. There was nothing really to compare to, was there, back then? The early 90s, well, the late 80s, early 90s, it was what you saw is what you get.
Yeah. I can remember Channel 4 launching. And everything used to finish at midnight, didn't it, on the BBC?
Yeah.
Everything. You just
complete shutdown.
You'd get the spinning Earth, wouldn't you? And that was about it.
Dreary Vera. I love her mannerisms in it. I mean, she's always got that bloody trench coat on, hasn't she, and that ass. Yeah. She's always 10 bloody paces ahead of her bloody partner, driving around in that old bloody Land Rover. Yeah. I think it's quite quirky.
Yeah, I don't mind Vera. My wife loves Vera.
Yeah.
It's all right. I can watch it. It's not a problem. This next comment's amazing.
Oh, where'd you go with that? Where'd you go with that?
There's nothing you can say to that, is there? There's nothing you can say to it.
No.
I've only had a couple of Neon Raptors.
I know there's a few out, isn't there? Yeah, this special movie.
Channel 5. There's some reasonable stuff on Channel 5, but yeah, I can certainly remember Channel 4 launching. That was like a big event when Channel 4 launched.
Yeah, I don't really watch much terrestrial TV anymore now. It's Amazon, some of their series that they knock out, Disney Plus, Netflix. It's all that sort of stuff, or bit of YouTube.
Yeah, I rarely watch terrestrial TV. I don't even know why I pay a TV license, to be fair. It's quite rare that I watch terrestrial, but I am a big YouTube geek. I'm such a YouTube geek. I'm always on YouTube, watching the most weirdest shit on YouTube. I love YouTube.
There's everything on YouTube, isn't there? Though, like like DIY stuff. You know, how to fix something.
Yeah.
There's guaranteed there'll be a video on YouTube where you can bloody fix something to, you know, like something's broke off and you want to clamp it back on or something. There'll be a video on there. There always is.
Oh, absolutely. It's the second biggest search engine, YouTube, after Google.
Colossal, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm on it all the time. If I don't know something, I'll YouTube it. If I want to fix something, like you say, I'll YouTube it. Then you find the answer.
Television X, 10 minutes free view at 11. Yes, I do remember that. I do.
Yeah.
Shamefully.
Absolutely.
Oh, right. Okay.
I haven't even seen a comment from Alan Hudson. I must have missed
Yeah,
those.
well, it's just that one before, but
It was, yeah.
yeah, there might be some more.
That was all right. His last comment.
Tried the Neon Raptor at the tap room with Kent Beer Reviews. You did a couple of Neon Raptors, didn't you, Raggy?
I didn't realise Raggy was in. Evening, Raggy.
He's popped in and out, yeah. It's a film. Next to be telling me you like Maureen Lipman.
Oh, hang on. There is something about Maureen Lipman.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. There's a video on everything, isn't there? Really,
there is.
You know, bloody how to open a bottle of wine with a machete or something. There's someone on there, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah. I get quite geeky with it, and I type things into YouTube that I try and think up the most weirdest thing possible to see if it's on there, and most of the time it is.
No, that's not me, chap. I think you're getting confused with Barry. He's a slab dasher.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just the way forward now.
Amazon, I watch. I like watching Jeremy Clarkson's Farm on Amazon. That's quite.
Yeah, that's on Prime, isn't it? That thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite amusing.
Yeah. Again, it spins it, doesn't it, with like people that you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And you get the recommendation videos that pop up with people that have been doing it for years, and you think, well, I've never. It's like other beer reviewers from over in the States and Canada.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, Jesus, I've never heard of you. And you click onto their channel, and they've been going for 10 years.
Yeah.
And they've got quite a few subs. They've got loads of content, and it just pops up like it just happened, sort of thing. It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
I've been waiting for you to click on that comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wouldn't? Yeah. Do you remember a few years ago she came out and said that she sets her alarm for an hour earlier than she needs to get up in the morning so she can have a bit of the other before she goes to work? I mean, that's amazing. If my missus set her alarm an hour early to get up for that, I'd be delighted. But that's what Helen does. Yeah, Helen Mirren, lovely. Oh, you
do a mighty fine bloody job, mate. If you're pissed up, and I've seen some of the paintings that you've done, bloody work of art they are.
What does PA Brew News paint then?
he paints landscapes on, like, you know, the old the saws and the attachments you put on bloody, what are they called? God, my mind's gone blank. Like a jigsaw, the wheel, you know, the teeth. He paints landscapes on things like that, and long, you know, bloody big bows and stuff like that. He does a really good job.
Does he have a YouTube channel? Is that what it's called? PA Brews.
Well, Pierre Bruno, no, he's a beer reviewer. He's been
Right.
doing it for donkey's years.
No, I'll give him a look up. I've never heard of him up until tonight.
Yeah, Paul Sound. Again, I mean, I guess he's old guard, really. He's been doing it for a very, very long time, Paul has. I think I was introduced to him through, it might have been, it probably more likely be Craig.
Yeah, I'll look him up.
From Can Beer Reviews. I think I introduced me to Paul and a few of the American guys.
Yeah, sweet. I'll have a look. Cricket, I don't get on with. She was. You're right, Salty. Helen Mirren was red hot. Yeah, Caleb, he's brilliant on that show. I don't know if you've watched any of Clarkson's.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a single minute of it.
Oh, you've got to. It's brilliant, and it shows Clarkson in a different light, which I think is really nice. And you know, when you go back to the Top Gear days, when Clarkson just always came across as anti-environment, anti-everything other than a V8 petrol. For fuck's sake. Turn that off.
You got to go to work early tomorrow.
So yeah, watch it, because Caleb is like his second right-hand man. Caleb's a farmer through and through, and he's just an amazing character. I don't doubt he probably never wanted to be a celebrity, Caleb, but he is becoming one. His knowledge of farming and his passion and love for farming and the way he takes the piss out of Clarkson is absolutely immense. It's definitely worth watching. He's absolutely brilliant, Caleb. I absolutely agree. He does kind of make the show along with Clarkson, but it's worth a watch. You see Clarkson in a different light. It's very interesting.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, do they still do that on their cans now? Do they still put that on there? I know they used to on their adverts, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they do still say it on their cans.
Because they did that big. I know. Was it a couple of years ago when they relaunched with the Carlsberg Pilsner, and they had that bloke, the actor, I forget his name now. He was Hannibal, wasn't he? He played Hannibal.
Yeah.
Max Mikkelsen, is that his name? And he did an advert for them, and I think they toyed around with it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it is on their cans. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is.
Laura Branigan.
Who's Laura Branigan?
Yeah, don't know her.
Refresh my memory.
Clarkson's Farm is brilliant.
It is. You've got to watch it, Dean. You've got to.
Clarkson's Farm, best thing I've seen in ages.
Superb.
Oh, no, I'll have to bloody watch it. I mean, it's only up the road from where I live. Where his farm is, it's probably about a 15-20 minute drive away.
Yeah, it's
I know when he first set up there when he bought the farm and wanted to get the ball rolling and stuff like that. I know there was a lot of uproar. Yeah. People didn't want him there, but you know, he's there and he's tough shit.
Yeah, when you see his passion, once he's got into this farming lark and his passion for it's just unreal. And it's definitely worth a watch. So yeah, get on it and have a watch.
I can do that sometimes with other YouTubers where I won't watch any of their stuff for ages, and then I'll build up like 6 or 7 videos that I can watch, and I'll just go through the whole lot back to back them, put them in a save to like sort of like watch list, and then just watch them back to back. I do that occasionally, but it's quite hard keeping up with everybody though. That's the trouble.
Oh, it is difficult.
You try and support everybody and sub to them and everything, but it's just there's a few people that slip through the net sometimes. But that's not, you know, you're not being rude or anything. It's just
Yeah.
Life gets in the way as well.
There's nothing wrong with binge watching someone, Alan. Nothing wrong with that.
Trying to get Clarkson to do a camper van conversion with me.
That'd be cool.
Fun.
That'd be very cool. I love camping and I love camper vans. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, he's done a few with him though. I'm guessing Roy was like quite blunt with him because he comes across like that, doesn't he? Old Keane, he didn't fucking piss about. Yeah, there you go, mate. Kevin, Shark Brewing. Hello, everyone. Hello. How are you doing?
How are you, Kev?
David Wilson saying hi, Shark. No, I can't. I can't bring myself to do that sometimes. It's like cringe. You're going down a cringe territory again where you.
Do you not do it?
Yourself. No, no, I can't. If I'll upload a video.
Yeah.
And I'll go through it just to make sure that everything's right and there's no sort of like lagging or balls ups or anything like that. But I won't sit and watch. No, it's I can't do that.
Yeah, see, I do. And when I say I do, so because of the way my camera set up, I do have to edit it. Because when I press play or press record, I then have to run around and then sit in front of the camera. So I always edit that bit out. And at the end, when I say goodbye, I then have to get up, walk around and press stop. So I edit that bit out. But I watch the whole lot. I watch it all the way through. Every single video I do, I watch it all the way through.
Okay. I know other people do that. And then there's people that just won't.
Yeah, I don't mind watching it. It took me a while. The first few when I was doing it, I felt a bit uncomfortable watching myself, but I did get quite used to it. And sometimes I watch them all the way through and I think, fucking hell, Chris, you sounded so boring. I won't upload that one. So if I watch it and I think, yeah, you came across all right, then I upload it. But yeah, I always watch them all the way through.
I find that scenario though is you'll be overcritical on yourself and you'll think, shit, I should have said that then and said this then, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you can end up talking yourself out of actually publishing the video though, can't you? If you
yeah, you can. And most of the time, there are times when I think, oh yeah, I should have said that. But I think, okay, but it comes across okay, so I'm not worried. But yeah, there are occasions when I just think, my God, you sounded so boring. I can't do it. But yeah, there are occasions when I think, yeah, I could have said this and I could have said that, but I still upload it. It's only the ones where I think, Jesus, you sound awful, that I don't. But yeah, I watch every single one back before I upload it. Don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. It's new this week on channel called The Overlap, much better than the previous interviews. Okay. Doing well. Good stuff. Cool. Watch back to the edit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I hate my own voice, I hate watching my own stuff. Yeah, I just find it's weird.
Yeah, I don't mind it. You don't surely watch a whole live back, Scott. Some of your lives are like 2 hours long.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do, Craig. Yeah, it's all family related. It's all family related on my arm. My kids, my wife, my nan.
Yeah, all my tattoos are personal. They're not generic out of a book. My tattoos, they've all got a personal meaning, and I don't always have them out. And I don't need to have my tattoos out because they mean something to me. They don't necessarily mean everything to the world. So most of my videos I've got long sleeves on because they're just, both of them. I'm both arms. They're all kind of personal to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, right. Fair dues. It's beer though, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't see why kids would want to watch beer reviews anyway, for that matter. But hey, you know, if you've got it on telly or loudspeaker or something, and then I do apologise if I've said foul language. I know I wouldn't want my kids to hear it, so can't really argue with that.
How old are your kids, Steve?
18 going on bloody 30, and
Yeah.
14 going on 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
My son,
I still see them as little kids though. Still, to be honest with you, I know
we
they're-
do, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My son's 17 next month, and he's taller than me. He's got more facial hair than me, but he's still my little boy, even though he's over 6 foot. My daughter's 11. She'll always be my angel, but yeah, she's changing. Yeah, she's in her mind, she's not my little angel anymore. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. But they'll always be my kids. They'll always be kids to me.
Well, just to answer Kevin's question, it's got to be the Funky Fluid for me out of the two.
Yeah, without a doubt,
I
definitely.
mean, don't get me wrong, the garage backflips all day long, Imperial Barcelona Vice. It was nice, but yeah, that's something else. That is, really is.
Well, I've had 3, all 3 are sours, and Modern Times make some cracking beers. But yeah, I'd go Funky Fluid, then I'd go Garage, and then I'd go Modern Times.
Blokes are fake. Oh, well, okay. That's only a matter of time, wasn't it, when stuff like that trickled onto my fucking channel? But hey,
Why not? I love tattoos, and if people want to display them, then absolutely. And I love seeing some of the tattoos people have. But for me, they're just personal. They mean something, but they are going to come out. So if people ask me what they mean, I'll always be honest and explain what they mean. But yeah, I love tattoos, and I've got more than what's on my arms, and I could certainly have more as well. So yeah, I love it. I've got them out. I love it.
Yeah, if I didn't have to worry about money, then that I would be booking myself in on a weekly basis to get things done.
Absolutely.
It's cost and time, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if you like, I'll go into my local one and I'll book like a 4-hour slot where you can do some work on, like, obviously this arm's the next sort of thing to get a sleeve, but again, it's cost and time, and I just keep forgetting about it.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't think Chris does, but I mean Scott and Barry, they're both owners of the Pinter.
I've been tempted, but then I've seen most of the videos I watch. There's always quite a big sort of negative element to the Pinter, which kind of stops me. But I've certainly been tempted with it because it's certainly affordable. It's an affordable option, but yeah, there's too many negatives that I see with it. Kids
a good way of home brewing, though, isn't it? I suppose a cheap way.
Yeah, a simplish way, yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah. It's San Diego, isn't it? Modern Times.
Yeah, pretty much everything I've had for Modern Times has been solid. They've been good beers.
Mm.
Absolutely.
It's been a long while since I've had anything from Modern Times, but most of my tattoos have a personal meaning. I know. Yeah, I mean, you've basically got an arm dedicated to bloody Star Wars, haven't you? You got some nice tattoos actually on his arm.
Yeah, he has. Do you know that me and Scott were born in the same hospital one day apart?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it's crazy, isn't it?
It's nuts, isn't it? That
And then you meet up through this.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? So we were both born in the same hospital and would have been on the ward at the same time as each other, and then meet up through the beer world. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts.
What are they? I mean, fucking hell, putting a bet on that. Jesus, what would the odds be, eh?
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. That is the risk, isn't it? I mean, you do see some absolute nightmares online, don't you? Of
Oh, you do.
I wanted to get my children tattooed on my back, they're like portraits,
Yeah.
but I was so afraid of pulling the trigger on it because I saw some absolute messes online of people having portraits of famous people,
Yeah.
and you got the comparison thing, and it's shocking, isn't it? Some of them, Jesus.
Yeah, I think it's a brave move to go with portraits. I think that's you've got to find some proper talented tattooists to get good portraits.
Putting
Absolutely.
a hell of a lot of faith into that tattooist to come up with a carbon copy of what the picture, the picture that you hand over to them.
Yeah.
Right, enjoyed that, lads. Off to mate. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Cheers, Blue Van Man.
Most of my tattoos, I woke up with quality.
Happens, doesn't it? Does happen.
Like the Blackpool experience, isn't it? You know. Yeah. Skinning. Get it right. Come on.
Skinning, absolutely. Skin art. Skin art.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. She was. Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Cheers, Geordie.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, you're putting I mean, it's not cheap as well, and you're just putting so much faith into the guy to do it justice.
Yeah.
To replicate that, because it's especially if it's a portrait of your kids, it's got to be real McCoy, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And you just want it covered up, wouldn't you? If you weren't happy with it and it was a mess, you just get it lasered off and get something put over it.
Yeah, you would. Apparently, lasering's really painful. Apparently, more painful than actually having a tattoo.
I had some lasering work on a cover up on there. In my youth, I had some Grim Reapers on there. I had it done. I don't even think I was bloody 18 when I got it done. Yeah. And I finally managed to get it covered up, but it had to be lasered off just to dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think I had three sessions over a space of 4 months or so. That weren't cheap, lasering. Jesus, I think that was about 50 quid a pop.
Yeah.
And it's quite nasty. Yeah, it's not very nice to sit and watch it, and you can just see it just literally burning off as it's going. It's weird.
Yeah.
Skipping bloody comments here now. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Andy K. Imagine that.
Oh dear.
Oh my God.
That'd be something like Alan Partridge scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's got him tattooed on his chest, hasn't he?
There's so many beer tubers though. I don't think my back's big enough.
No.
Have you got any on your back, Dean? Have you got any tattoos on your back?
I've got some claw marks on my back, but I want to get them removed. Seem like a scratching and like, a bit like the howling it is.
Yeah.
That's what it was meant to be, but it's not quite.
Of all
It's not very big.
All the tattoos I've got quite a big one on my back that was my design, but going across the spine was horrendously painful. Across the spine, I literally had my t-shirt screwed up and I was biting on it. Across the spine, I found that horrendous. But all the ones on my arms never bothered me, but across the spine, that really fucking hurt. Across the spine.
It's I tend to find what does me is it's not the colouring in, it's the outline that really bloody nags me. Doing that pushing in and getting that really nice clear outline. The shading and stuff like that, that's not a problem for me.
Yeah. Go back a comment.
Oh yeah, lorry drivers, wasn't it? Well, it's like any delivery driver. It's a mess, and it's an absolute bloody mess.
It is.
They need to start paying people a bit more and dangle a few more carrots, and it'll eliminate it.
Yeah.
If you dangle along a big enough carrot to tempt somebody to do it, they'll jump on it.
That's the thing, isn't it? The haulage industry had it all their own way for many years. Now it's coming back to bite them.
Yeah, big time.
And rightly so. Rightly so.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It definitely needs addressing.
Yeah.
Cool.
If we're talking beer alone, Scott, just beer alone, one beer tuber. Oh shit, that's tough.
Bloody hell.
I'm gonna. It's a difficult question because you don't want to offend people, do you? But
yeah.
I've probably got a top 5 of who I watch. If it's just beer alone and beer only, and I'm not just saying it because he's there, it's Dean. For me, it's Dean. Dean. I can't get my fingers right. This man is the #1 beer tuber for me, without a doubt. And I watch lots. I watch Paul. I watch Baz. In fact, they're the only ones I really watch. I only really watch Scott, Dean, Paul's beer reviews, and Baz from All the Beer No Idea are my main ones that I watch. I watch others, but they're the main. But #1 is Dean. It's got to be.
If you could only pick one beer tuber, who would you pick? I'll go for me, I think.
That is a fucking great answer. In fact, I'd watch myself.
Yeah, take that as tongue in cheek, believe me, because that wasn't comfortable saying that. No, I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to say someone that's actually passed away, and that's Beer Goggles.
Yeah, I never really watched. I never really saw much of Beer Goggles. I think the channel still exists. But yeah, in my terms of since how long I've been watching beer reviews, I never really watched Beer Goggles.
Terry was a diamond. He really was. He was a diamond chap. Didn't really have much interaction with him, but I did watch him in the early days. And yeah, gone way too early, really. But
absolutely. But for me, we discussed it last night on yours and Scott's live. It's just the way you do everything in under 5 minutes. I can't do it. I've tried, and I've got a couple of videos that are under 5 minutes. But yeah, you just come on, bish bash bosh, done, and I struggle. So in that sense,
my answer doesn't change from last night's. People saying that I can't be arsed with pissing about. I want to drink the beer and just enjoy the rest of it. And he's frozen again. God damn it.
We're back again. There we go. We're back again. But I watch many. I do watch many, but I've got a top sort of 4 or 5.
We are spoiled for choice, though.
Mm.
We are spoiled for choice when it comes to people turning the camera on and reviewing a product that we really like, we love.
Yeah.
You know, there's a whole bloody plethora of people out there from all walks of life, different countries, and I think it is kind of it's good that there's so many people that share the same interest as you, and it doesn't really make it that geeky, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I love it when Wanda's on with Scott
Good
reviewing.
shout, Wanda, yeah.
I think Wanda's great, especially when she's reviewing beers with Scott. I think she's brilliant, and watching Scott and Wanda was kind of my inspiration for getting Rachel on to do a few beer reviews as well, because Rachel is just so anti beer. If I can get her on doing a beer review, I think it's fantastic, and I love getting her on. And that's come from Scott and Wanda. I didn't want to try and replicate them, but I know Wanda was similar, that she wasn't a beer person. So, and I know Rachel isn't. So getting Rachel on, Scott and Wanda are behind my kind of inspiration for getting her on. So, yeah.
Okay.
I love the fact that there's a demand for drivers. I really do. And I hope that the haulage industry switch back on and start paying them what they deserve.
Well, I think at the moment we're around about 100,000 drivers short nationwide, but that figure's just only going to climb and climb, really.
Yeah, it is. And it's not that there's a shortage of drivers. There isn't a shortage. What the shortage is of paying them the money they deserve.
Yeah. I mean, the firm that I've been with them for 18 years now, and I make the job work for me because I do another job, which is for me. That's my doing. I'm my own boss in that, and I've still got to be sort of on the ball with it. I can't be too sort of like, oh, it'll wait till tomorrow. I'll have a day off and be like, you've got to be focused still. Yeah. But with regards to my lorry job, I'd be petrified, actually. I mean, I do moan about it. I piss and moan about it. And it is hard going, but it's a safety net because I've been there for so long as well. It's a safety net, and to actually jump ship and go to another firm that's offering more money, it could all go tits up next year, and then you're laid off. You don't know, do you? You just don't know.
No.
She is. She's real. Real.
Yeah.
She says what she tastes.
Absolutely. Yeah, Wanda's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, he is.
Thank you.
Can't agree more.
You know, you go through the comments and it's nice and smoothly, and then he just decides to skip fucking 4.
I know. You do. On paper. No, I've got no beef with Scotty. I get on really well with him. I know there's been problems. We're not going to go down there anyway, but I've got no issues with the man. We don't need to. Scott's great. Yeah. Dino's great. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely agree.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, because I know when they first started, she would literally put her face up at some beers, and now she adores them. I mean, stouts. I mean, Scott, you can't pull her away from a stout. I mean, she just loves a good chocolatey stout.
Yeah, she does.
So it's progress, isn't it?
And I think that's
something's been achieved from it.
Beer that my wife will like, and I don't think she'll ever buy into it, but I keep trying.
Yeah, I tried with my wife, but she just pulls faces at the aroma, really. So tasting it, got no chance.
gin wise, if I did gin reviews, I'd have Rachel on every single video on a gin review because she loves her gin. Yeah, Wanda's lovely, Scott.
Yeah,
Really
quality
lovely.
stuff.
You've got a diamond with Wanda.
Yeah, it's lovely trying American stuff. I try and do as much American stuff as I can, really.
Yeah,
When we get some good American stuff over here, you've got to be careful with dates. That's all.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, some great stuff coming out of the USA. I think my
Have
last
you ordered?
Allagash, I did an Allagash sour mixed firm beer. That was my last American beer that I did. I need to publish it at some point.
Have you ordered anything from Beer Bruvs? Because they're predominantly American. They get a lot of American beers in Beer Bruvs.
No, I don't think I have. I think I've ordered from Beer Hop. I've ordered a few times from them. They do American stuff, but not Beer Bruvs.
Yeah, they do some good stuff. I reviewed one about a week or so ago, and it was green, the colour of it, proper green coloured beer. But yeah, they do a lot of good American stuff. Yeah, I like getting my family on, David. I do a few food reviews with the kids, and I've got quite a few already filmed that I haven't uploaded. But yeah, I like getting my kids involved.
My dad, he's quality. He's peed on Scott's lives. Yeah.
I love the Aussie sense of humour. Their sense of humour so appeals to me.
They couldn't give a toss, could they, about anything?
I love it. And I absolutely love it. I'm sure I belong in Australia.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
What I do for a job, I teach law is what I do for a job. I teach law to people that want to work in legal departments. Public services is what I do. Quite boring, but yeah, I know a fair bit about law. It's mainly criminal law. So yeah, I know a fair bit about law, but it's law. It's boring, but it's all right. Pays the bills.
Yeah, I'll check that out. If it was that, so that's the latest one that you did then, was it? I'll check that out if it's about the wagon drivers and stuff, because it's something I'm interested in. I'll check that one out. Yeah. Wasman the Madman. That rings a bell. I think he may have commented on some of my videos. Wasman.
Never heard of him.
Thank you very much.
Much love to you, Scott. Much love to Wanda. Thanks for watching.
Chicago, yes. Beer 50 Chicago box.
Yeah, I binned off my Beer 52 subscription ages ago. I found them a bit boring, but Chicago beers, that could be an interesting one.
Yeah, that was the last one, wasn't it? I think I ended up giving my dad half of them, and I don't think I've actually reviewed any.
I just get fed up with the 330 cans. I can't stand 330 cans.
That's what I mean. A 500 ml, a 9% 500 ml beer. It's a proper measurement, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it's still pricey. Some people will still see it as pricey, but you're getting a proper measure. Yeah,
you are. Yeah.
I'm sure he said that about 15 minutes ago, didn't he?
Yeah, you go and enjoy that, the BVM. You go and enjoy
your
process.
Right, okay, we're all up to date on comments. I think we're gonna sour hour, and we're nearly 2 hours.
I think we've done it well. Yeah, I've enjoyed it as always, Dean. Always enjoy being with you, mate.
Cracking stuff. Thank you so much to everybody that's took the time and left comments. It's been good fun.
Absolutely.
Very interactive sort of hangout, you know, with lots of questions from beer to all sorts. Really, it's been a pleasure. a big thank you to Chris for taking the time to do this. Much appreciated.
Anytime.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much to everyone. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, what's left of it.
Yeah, indeed.
Cheers, thank you.
Take care.